First and 10, LSU. From the gun, Thomas. And his first pass is incomplete.
For number 14.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. Thomas in trouble, and he's taken down.
I thought they're going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
For LSU.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They will let him throw here on the very first play. Sliding out of the pocket. Wide open receiver complete. And out to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown Ducks. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Ducks have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Makes the score Ducks 7. The LSU Tigers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way.
He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Face mask. Defense.
Come on, man.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll roll him out right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The Ducks will come up now on a first-and-goal situation. They'll run it. This is Ferguson. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. Taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Well, you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
7 yards there and a first down. From the gun, it's Drake. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he really...
The ball's out, and this will be scooped up by the defense.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
On first down, Ferguson. And shutting him off, now open field. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
21. The LSU Tigers, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Thomas now on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
30-yard line.
Back to throw. Jordan. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. We discussed how important it was going to be for this quarterback to get off to a hot start. Well, he has done that. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score. Ducks 28. Tigers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Thomas. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. LSU with a 1st and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Ducks 28. The LSU Tigers nothing.
On 1st down, Kelly. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Thomas. It's complete to the tight end, Benham. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On the run, it's Kelly. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there. That was impressive to me because while I was a pass player, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And he's got that. Down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Thomas. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
At their own 24-yard.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. On 2nd down, it's Ferguson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Hey. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here's Ferguson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
That's good for another Oregon.
On the carry, it's Ferguson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That's good for another Oregon first.
On 1st and 10, Jordan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
4-yard line.
On the counter, it's Ferguson. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
The Ducks now going to send out their field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder.
A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory just a little. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Setting up the screen to Kelly. And they'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So halftime here in the first semifinal. All Oregon thus far.
31. Tigers 3.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. But this young man under center, he has certainly risen to the occasion.
He certainly has, and we certainly prepared in case it was the disaster that maybe it could have been. But there's no question, he's been the star of the show. But while we say that, let's make sure we remember the rest of the team, the supporting guys, because otherwise we'll have a lot of mamas upset with us if we don't mention them, and they have played awfully well in addition.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Now 2nd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Gibbons over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Off play action. Jordan rolling to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. And man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. And those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just Pinaire's ball and get after him now.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Kellen. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll go again with Kelly. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He's brought down 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They run with it. It's Kelly. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good hit.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Right back to Ferguson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. Here's a 1st and 10 Oregon. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. Operating from the gun, Jordan. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss, not a big one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Thomas. The kill here, it's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Thomas. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And take it just outside the 40. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have an excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Ferguson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. What a game that he has had throwing the football now. 4 touchdown passes. This offense playing at a very high level. I'll tell you what, he's going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight.
Extra point right down the middle.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Tigers 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st down, Thomas. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Thomas throwing on 3rd and long. Pressure comes and down he goes. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen, guys, so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Running again, and again it's Ferguson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
14.
On 3rd down, Ferguson. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And this one is right down Broadway. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
LSU takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
So on the strength of 4 touchdown passes from their junior quarterback, the Oregon Ducks are moving on to play for a national championship.
You all right?
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as it's the USC Trojans taking on the Oregon Ducks.
You okay, son? Yeah, Coach, I just... Tommy. You all right, Tommy?
Wonder if this pressure is perhaps getting to this young Oregon quarterback. They trail at the break. Washington. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. It does, though, set up third and manageable.
And every play that's run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a third and manageable, nice decision-making, and took care of the football.
From the gun on third down, Flynn, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here's Battle. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On second down now, it's Charles. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now here's whistles and another timeout. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On third down, Flynn. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
That's good.
And what a big-time play there. 84 yards.
And 10 yards to go.
They'll run on first down. Burgess. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. It's Ferguson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, You can't have it.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A great effort there in the final minute, and the Ducks have the lead.
Well, since he's coming to the game at quarterback, 2 trips into the end zone, and this offense starting to look remarkably relaxed.
I love that description because it's evident to me, and it's evident to everyone watching, and now everyone's getting the memo. He's not a backup. He's played just as much as Matthews has this season.
Yeah, that's the thing, Charles. There's the old adage of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I think they're taking that script and throwing it right out the window because they're saying we've got 2 quarterbacks and we like them both.
I love the way you just said that. Not in this case does the old adage hold up. I think we've got a new one. They feel like they've got 2 good quarterbacks, and the offense should respond no matter who's on the field.
Exactly.
This complete to the tight end, Clay. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Operating from the gun. Flynn. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A dump off for Charles.
Flynn's pass.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12.
They changed quarterbacks at half and did not miss a beat. Here they are, your national champions.